Supersized sculptures, poetic paintings, intriguing installations. The Venice Biennale both thrills and confuses visitors. 120 artists were invited to show their work here, and each national pavilion pushes its own cultural message. But of Africa's 54 nations, only 7 are represented. Nigeria, determined not to miss out, raised $300,000 to be here, to show off the country's past, present and future.
It is very important for Nigeria to be at the Venice Biennale. It's been 114 years coming, but we finally made it.
Peju Alatishe's sculpture was inspired by the story of a 10-year-old girl who works as a domestic servant but dreams of freedom. It's beautiful, haunting, but ultimately political.
The life of the girl child is almost like a disposable napkin, and it's upsetting to me. For me to do this work is to lend my voice to them, and it's a duty for me that I have to speak on their behalf.
There is performance art exploring spirituality and an installation dealing with the effects of colonialism.
Most times when you hear about Nigeria in the news and the press, it's always sort of negative. But here we get to tell a very balanced story, and we get to do it through some of the most dynamic artists that are producing and creating in Nigeria at the moment.
Hugely popular is the South African pavilion with its video installations, using actors to discuss identity.
Yes, and he said, you must say your last word.
Egypt, too, touches on what it means to come from the continent. But too many African nations have no platform here. Exhibiting at Venice is an expensive venture, and most African countries don't prioritise the arts. There's also the challenge of presenting a national cultural message, a hard task when individual ethnicities still dominate. But being here means being part of the global conversation on art. And until African art has more of a voice, the art world can't describe itself as truly international. Charlie Angela, Al Jazeera, Venice.